quick video here this morning. Hello everyone, who is AJ Garcia, real estate investor, coach, and mentor. So I am in Louisiana. We've made it to Louisiana. So as part of the growth, expanding, we're now not just going to be southeast. My goal is for the next 5 years is to be across the board. That's across the USA, the beautiful country of USA. We're going to be in every state, every city, every county. That is our goal. So we're going to see how quickly we can move and create that. But being in Louisiana, so I have not done as much research, as much pulled data as I should, because there's a lot of things that I want to wait until I get there also to be able to check out. Now, obviously, I'm going to be checking out the community, a bunch of the mobile homes, but that, I understand that. We already understand the above. So what I'm focusing more so is the need and demand also in the mobile homes. I'm going to check out obviously for lot rents, for rental rates, for ARVs, after repair values, but the demand also. Now, there's a lot of things that you can simply pull up on Google, and certain things like 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom apartment in area. How much are those going for? And that's all good and all, but there's a lot of little insight details in there that you won't be able to gather unless you visit these areas. Before I get there, being morning time, I'm going to go ahead and stop by a restaurant to have a breakfast before I get to the mobile home park. And what I want to do is I want to talk to the waiter, to the waitress, and I want to get some details. How is the demand housing out in this area? What are you typically paying for rent where you live? Without obviously getting too much in their personal life, just getting information from locals is what I'm trying to do. So a lot of you are thinking about investing, out of state and different cities. All of that is fine, but you have to have your data up to par as to what is actually needed in those areas. If I'm going into a new market, new city, new county, wherever it may be, and you would think, yes, affordability housing is a need and demand, no doubt, but it does not mean that need and demand may be as great in certain areas as it should in other areas. So for instance, if I'm going into a small county, for instance, where maybe there isn't as many jobs nearby, you could be hanging on to some of these mobile homes a lot longer than you should, or your rentals may not be able to be as high. Those are a couple little factors already right there, the need and demand. Whereas obviously if you're in a bigger city, bigger areas where there's more jobs, maybe a new Amazon just came into play, there's big distribution centers, stuff like that. Those are obviously going to be places where there's more need and demand. And when we start talking like that, you all start to venture a little bit more into thoughts of almost like real estate. If I'm going to have an apartment complex, if I'm going to have houses in certain areas, what jobs are nearby? What jobs are going to be nearby in the next couple years, 2-3 years? What's coming in those areas? What's growing the population, if you will? So it's just little details like that. These are real specific things that I get into once I start getting into these areas. I'm not just going to venture into a new market and hope that it works out. That's not what you want to do. So what I want to do is, like I said, I want to sit at this restaurant here in a few minutes, and I want to be talking to some of these locals and just getting a real good idea of, if you had more affordability housing, what is the numbers that you could work with, etc. And don't forget, where is our customers, our clients, going to be located at? Walmart's, Dollar Generals, restaurants, stuff like that. That's where they're employed at. That is typically the people who need affordability housing. So that's where I'm going to start at. So it's kind of like a little adventure. I'm out here, I'm learning the market, and I got to do all this quickly because I am obviously going to get into the mobile home park. And once we get to the mobile home park, I don't want to say that's the easy part, but that's the part that we all understand. That's the part that you can sit at home and do your homework on. Is what is the value of a mobile home? What is a single wide versus double wide going for? Bedrooms, bathrooms, sizes, details, liens, loans, all the backstory behind the taxes. Again, all those are details that you can figure out at home, in your office, wherever it is that you're working. But the details of figuring out there with the locals and talking to them, that's what's going to bring real specifics and real need and demand. Not to mention, let me make an example. This community park that I'm visiting, it's a new park owner, but there is 40 vacant homes. Why is there 40 vacant homes? Why have they not been occupied? Why has there not been other investors in there? And it could be maybe the previous owners. I hate to say, but there's some previous owners or certain owners who will say, I'd rather let a mobile home sit there than work with investors. And it could have been burnt in the past. There could have been issues. Obviously, no good thing came out of that. And they quit working with investors, and therefore that's when you start seeing homes just sitting. Could be that, but again, it's something that I want to dig into and really find out. And yes, I may even ask the waiter and the waitress, being that we're so close to the community, hey, what do you think about the community up the street with the mobile home park, mobile homes there? What do you think? I'm sure they'll know something about it. So little tip for y'all all. You know, I'm in Louisiana. I'm going to be here doing some research, doing some homework, doing some investing, connecting, networking, and that means deals, opportunities for you all. Stay tuned for more videos. Thank you for watching.